amazing.
And then act like I don't know nobody.
This is peak sofa infinity staging. Feels like content made just for me. Thanks for the chaos and therapy. Swayzing looked like Theo Vaughn. Charo strummed and then was gone. He had European flair, being Mexican. Michael J. Fox wins again. Explain how FF's BS is worse than this glorious mess. Two guys who've seen nothing still joke like they've seen everything. Mr. Boston was happy to put it on. Kyle's stories hit long after they're gone. G-Child made the comments roar. Corey Feldman thing still hoping for more. They're all train wrecks, burning bright, and yet I cannot look away at night. Backed by demand, fake or not, still laugh so hard I nearly rot. Mystery's a clown, a true narcissist. Why'd the carrot go to therapy? I missed it. How to be a psychopath, I'm down. Steve-O wouldn't even rub pepper now. Corey Feldman got Jim and them banned, but y'all make bad days feel less unplanned. Val wasn't in the best bat flick, but he was the best bat, smooth and slick. I came for the rewatch to see that art. Kirk Franklin sings gospel with heart. 5 years for being a side beach, laughing so hard I'm out of reach. Would love Kyle clowning more if YT let it ride. Tempe, Arizona here, Sofa Squad pride. Missed alive, now I'm not stoked. Chris is a perfectionist, hell evoked. A gremlin bit me, that's why I'm like this. So delightfully unhinged, it's bliss.
Welcome our newest recruits.
More content brings us back to the screen. Clap, clap, plenty usable, plenty clean. Kyle, you been on Guardians at Disney. Your ADHD life is way too crispy. Daddy issues hit in Guardians 2. Chris bad at acting behind the cam suits you. I watch and now I understand why you two are Sofa Squad's banned. Female viewers on the rise, salute. All for the algorithm execute. Avoid the poop claw at all cost. You guys are funny, I almost got lost in the 80s. We had 5 kinds of weed. Revolutionary content we feed. La meow, la purr, la roar roar. Some dreams die, it depends on the war. Some divas are on screen, one's on the couch. Y'all are goofballs, no need to vouch. Might be puberty again, or maybe it's changed. Still laughing even if the style's strange. Corey Haim played 1942. Watching with you makes poopy stuff cool too. Riff raff is whoa, still amazed. I love Kyle, let that praise blaze. You remind me of middle school friends. I like Kyle plenty, my opinion bends. Thanks for the eons of cringe and flair. Socially awkward, you don't care. All the Italian I know's from chic music lore. I'm Team Chris now, can't ignore. Kyle is so Raven from Sooner State Pride. Oklahoma City repping this wild ride.
Hi, doggy. You're my favorite customer.
How dare you talk to me like that? You are tearing me apart!
Kyle.
I'm a vampire!
Goodbye, coffee table. You're leaving us today, and we will miss you. Putting stuff on you, but now you're going away.
You gotta tear me apart.
Tenderize your butt.
You said you were fun.
What a story.
Kyle.
We're amused by our own intro still.
Here we are, where we're all here to tenderize each other's butts.
What? Welcome back to the sofa.
Also, I have my back to the sofa,
This is if my back was to the sofa.
which is probably a less good show.
Yeah, it's less engaging, I think.
It's more or less gooderly.
Well, thanks for joining us, you random weirdos from the internet.
I'm getting a lot of quotes in the chat already. Like somebody said, "You're never alone when you're here with us." Dash Kyle. And the quote I said, and I looked at that and I was like, "What was I on that day?" I say stuff, therefore it is true, or that it is a combination of sound waves that transmit ideas that come from my ass.
Yeah, and I just put it in the video because I thought it was funny that he said that. Like, I was making fun of him when I put that in the video.
Yeah, but we all know that when a cult leader speaks, I owe who money?
No, David Blaine, no.
No.
What the F? How the
Please stop, you demon.
When y'all were going to the post office. What?
When y'all were going to the post office.
Hey, when y'all were going to post office.
We went earlier today on our way to pick up the pizza.
That we shoved in our mouths.
Thanks for the support.
When you say it like that, it sounds like the opposite, but thank you for the support. Yeah, so we got 3 packages in the mail today
Yeah.
from you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna look whatever's in them up on eBay afterwards to see if my dollar a day is paying off.
I got bad news.
It's not, but it's fun.
It's good to be back. A lot has been going on. One namely thing is I've been doing a lot more yard work, and I believe I poisoned myself with anti-weed stuff because it spilled on my hand, and I was like, oh well. And then like later in the day I was feeling worse, and this morning I felt real bad. But I'm here, so if I throw up all over Kyle's beautiful studio, that's a bonus for you guys.
Yeah, Chris doesn't mess around when it comes to weed killer. He got some on his hand and he almost died. And there's the hand. Yeah.
So,
close-ups are great for this program. You know, you really want a lot of that.
Yeah, I love staring at close-ups of us when I'm editing this.
Yeah, seeing us, we're getting a lot of smiles in the chat.
It's you, isn't it? Oh no, your hands are free. I am ripped. Yeah, it's toxic. Yeah, I'm gonna turn into something. So
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
I almost died. So, how you guys doing? Do you even enjoy when we do talk to the audience segments?
Yeah, phone calls.
Because if you do, we can do it right now. But we have to have a topic, Kyle. I didn't think about that until just now.
How did you find us and why do you stay?
I don't know. That's kind of a...
We already did that one.
Yeah.
Well, it could be something mundane like, what's your favorite pizza topping?
No.
Or we could ask
Never.
Siri,
Okay, go ahead.
what's a good topic for a group discussion?
No, that's a terrible... Should we bomb Iran?
Oh, so people of a certain age, mostly my age, would remember that in the late 70s,
Topic is sharks.
there was a parody song that was played regularly on the regular radio. It wasn't just on Dr. Demento, called Bomb Iran, and it was a parody of the song Barbara Ann by the Beach Boys, or Jan and Dean. Or
Hilarious.
And I wanted to go back and watch that on YouTube today. You think you can find it?
I don't know.
I don't think you can type Bomb Iran into the internet and find a stupid song from the 70s today.
I don't think so. But anyway, so I'll open the phone lines in a minute, and Kyle's showing his age. Yeah, we're both
I'm
showing
a
it.
little older.
We're weathered.
Hey!
Echo
Echo.
just
Go.
became a member.
Go.
Right over Kyle's. That's- I actually moved that up so it blocks our face whenever.
That's funny.
It's gonna be good. Thank you, Echo, for becoming a member. Is that one of the first times someone's become a member on a live show?
No, it happens all the time.
Okay, car salesman. Everything's great.
Hey, everybody!
No
Just
problem.
another member to throw on the stack of people who don't leave the house.
Oh, God. We're off to a good start. So we will do that. I was thinking today we have a list of videos about what the future of technology would have looked like now from 50 to 60 years ago.
Yeah, and it's very upsetting, and here's why. Because one of the videos is, this is what 1989 thought 2020 was going to look like. And my first reaction was not, oh, that'll be fun. My first reaction was, you know what? Fuck them. I was there in 1989, and I was there in 2020. So, like, get off my ass about, what I didn't get around to inventing.
I feel like that puppet where I go. And so
I didn't go get the flute. I was going to get a new flute today.
Darn. And I look at those videos as no Mexicans in the future.
Oh, that's so going to be true.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if there's a Mexican in the video, I'll give you $1. I don't think I'm going to lose $1 in this,
Okay,
though.
that's good. Willie, is there...
Do they have flying?
We don't have a... Shut up. We don't have... We're on Patreon, but you can also become a member here if you'd like. I don't have a link for you. I think there's a button somewhere here. We're not really good at this. What was your
Whenever
racist
we
joke?
log in, we're already kind of hooked up to it, so we don't know exactly how it works. Maybe Panda? Kodama. Kodama Panda? Are they here?
We have two...
Panda Obama?
We have two moderators that are present and all awesome, and he doesn't remember their fucking names.
Yeah, that's right.
Kodama and Holly.
Oh, Holly's checking in. Holly, they want to know
She's right there.
how they can join.
Kodama spirit, that's right. Oh, I love it. Oh, now you guys feel how I feel when he says, my channel is really good. And I'm successful.
I've covered this subject over multiple videos that Chris helped with. Am I going to get a black shirt button already?
No.
Ah.
So I thought we would start off with that because that's funny and whatever.
Curly
And
Shoe is out of the country.
she is?
Yeah.
How did you know that?
Because she's friends with my wife.
Oh. Kyle's ego.
She said that in public before, that they know each other.
In public. And then what I thought we could do is watch what was that? What the heck did I say?
The future, and then
another QTR video about underrated box office flops or something. That one channel that we saw, that Kyle found, that is AI generated.
Could you bring up again how the videos were found? I just wasn't sure that everyone. I mean, you kind of glossed over this thing that a lot of people are into.
A lot of people. Kyle saved the channel by finding this one video.
I mean, I didn't need you to say it. I already knew it. But
oh yeah, why ride the lightning shirt today?
Oh, I'll tell you, person who is baiting erroneous. Here.
Hey, Kodama.
You have to remember, it's not just a shoe collection. It's a shirt and shoe collection. Hit the button, Chris.
Kyle's got the shoes
And he's gonna show them all off. And Chris ain't stoked about it.
I'm not.
That's Kyle.
Let's get through this.
So originally what I found was the shoe, and then I found a shirt to match the shoe. Look at that!
Oh, whoa, those are cool, actually.
It is not supposed to match, but it flippin' matches perfectly. Look at that. It looks like it's coming right out of the shirt.
That's actually pretty cool.
And it also kind of matches the lightning on my Voltron tattoo.
We're getting a little dangerously close to...
So, yeah, as soon as I saw these, I was like, well, that's Ride the Lightning. I have to get a Ride the Lightning shirt. And then I started looking for Master of Puppets shoes. There's this band called Rainbow, and I have some Rainbow Vans, so I might get the Rainbow shirt next. There's also a band called Death, but it's just kind of a lot of red and black, and, you know, I have red and black, so I went down a whole rabbit's hole with that. But check out Ride the Lightning. It is, what is their first good album? Kill 'Em All's okay.
Kyle's got shoes, Kyle's got tapes, bragging about his trips, give us a break. Chris ain't stoked, we've had enough. Do we get it? You got stuff.
Biatch.
Somebody donated money to... Oh, really cool news!
Really cool news!
Really cool news donated $2. Kyle, the
right.
hero we need for these times.
That's right over your face.
That's right, everyone. If you donate $2, you don't have to look at me for 21 seconds.
For like 12 seconds at minimum.
Well, you can just keep writing
You could just...
until you write out a text.
yeah.
La 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 ha ha ha.
Thank you, really cool news. That was really funny. Oh, so yeah, you know what? Let's open some phone lines. Let's see what we get. Who is brave enough out there of the 45 of you or so that are not bots, not drunk, or completely bombed out of your skulls that can understand the English I'm speaking, can call a number and talk to us?
That's right.
Vamp Kyle.
If you've already coughed out all of your bong hit and you've wiped off your mouth and you can find your phone, even though that's what you're watching this on. Oh, where's my phone? Oh no.
So insulting. Yes, please.
Yeah, we need the number. So
Holly,
insulting. I only speak from a place of absolute experience. When I was 18, I'd go and I'd do bong hits with my buddies. And then I would throw up for 4 hours.
You would throw up?
Yeah.
Because you're what?
If I get like a really heavy one that was just completely filled me, I'd throw up for 4 hours. And my buddy Nikki was so mad at me. She's like, Kyle, stop throwing up. You have to drive us home. And it's like, I'm throwing up because I'm so high. You want me behind the wheel? Of course you do. You're just as high as I am.
This
You're
is
just
not going.
throwing
Okay,
up.
thank you.
Good story.
Caller, what is your nickname?
What's up, guys? It's Erroneous. I'm just checking in, man.
Herodias is checking in. Tell us about a story that cannot identify you, but is something drug-related, like Kyle just talked about, opening the floodgates for 4 hours of vomiting.
Oh, I didn't hear Kyle's story. I was on hold waiting for you guys to pick up, man.
Oh man, you'll have to catch.
I can't multitask here.
You'll have to.
I'm bonged out too.
You'll have to catch the YouTube video when it comes out, so you can watch yourself call in.
That's your...
So meta, man.
All right, well, Kyle talked about how he hit the bong with some friends and threw up for 4 hours.
It happened like 8 times.
Like 8 times. Can you beat that?
Perfect story. My friend's mom was at a party. She never used a bong before, and she tipped it back to use like a pipe, and it just poured all the water right down her throat. It didn't just embarrass her. It embarrassed my friend for like years. We messed with him for years because of
Joy donated $2. Worth it.
Did that fit the bill?
It did. Thank you for... Yes, this is not...
We're doing bong hits with our mom, everyone. Let's see, have I ever... I think I've rolled a joint with my mom.
Rough, I know.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Erroneous.
I just want to say one thing. You got those guys, Jim and them, they're just...
All right, come on. Next time. Hey, how you doing? Who is this? And why are you here?
This is Casanova.
Casanova!
Casanova.
What up?
What's going on?
Do you have a story?
So,
Go ahead.
yeah, so I smoked a fat joint about 10 years ago.
Nice.
I smoked so much, I couldn't move from the couch and had an anxiety attack. And I was like, how am I going to get rid of this? Couldn't watch anything on TV. So my friend had a little dog, and the name of the dog was Marley. I'm like, Marley, come here. Come here. I didn't think he could hear me. And the dog ran in and started licking my hand. And I was petting it for 45 minutes. Going, oh, God, please, just go away. I have to pee. I can't get up. And the dog was just looking at me like, what's wrong with you? And so after 45 minutes of petting it, I finally was able to get up. And I was like, and my legs felt like they were floating, and then I peed, and I was like, oh my God. It was gnarly. It was like, you know, I had a whole joint before, but this one just hit harder. And I didn't even think the dog could hear the voice. And I was like, excellent. And that dog saved me from a super anxiety attack.
You're like, hey, dog, did I say that out loud, man?
He went, say what? This is a real pothead story.
Looking at me like, what the hell's wrong with you guys? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm scared.
All right.
Thanks, fellas.
All right, take care. Brush your hair.
One time, a buddy of mine,
Yes.
I won't name his names because one of my buddies got in trouble the other day when I said his name. A friend of mine bought a pound of dirt weed. Just like all stems and seeds and all that kind of stuff. Smelled like, you know, not good. And you needed a lot of it to go. But he was sitting there breaking it up. And we found a human tooth inside of it. And like, you know, you keep the stems in and you put extra stems in to kind of make it weigh right. But how did the tooth get in there? If it was me, I would have turned it into a necklace because that's a good story.
Yeah, that's great. You're too weird for... And so, welcome back. If anyone else would like to call in and talk about I'm too high for this story, I guess you can do that. Oh my God. From Tejas, calling from Texas, what is your name and how high did you get?
It's Jacob Meoff.
Hey, Jacob.
Jacob's not here to wind me up. I'm sure this will be fine.
Cal, can you be quiet for a minute? Just wanted to let everybody know that the lag on this thing is about 5 seconds long, and you need to be prepared for that when you call in.
That's right.
Because it really screws with people.
Yeah, like every other form of call-in stuff, this is not instantly, you know, transmitted. So when we get to you, we might still be talking to someone else.
Right. Especially when Kyle's talking, you can't even hear anything. Did Kyle ban me off of Twitch? I get banned off of Twitch.
Probably.
I wouldn't ban anybody for anything unless they do something really vulgar about like someone's family member or something, or but like get me wound up. That's for the show. You're a contributor at that point.
Okay, thank you. Wasn't sure if it was you.
No, I don't ban anybody.
All right, Jacob.
Send someone a message on something, and we'll get it straightened out.
Back to bed with you. New York. Who's on the line?
Hello, Candy Cane.
SLC and Savick.
Yo, we got a twofer.
Lovely.
What is that from? The candy cane thing?
It's a horror movie. Ask Holly. She knows.
I don't want
to
to.
Google it.
Yeah, I don't want.
I've never been to Uvu Jabber.
That gives people too much power. Like Kyle says stuff.
Oh, Holly says Joyride.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Joyride.
So do you guys have do you have a combined story of too drunk or too high that doesn't incriminate you or identify you or harm others?
Not anything recent because we don't do that stuff anymore, but plenty of dumb, stupid things. Never drank the bong water, but I've had friends who did and it was horrible.
Oh.
Not anything great I can think of. No, sorry.
That's okay.
Haven't done it for a long time.
A ski lift. When I was stoned.
You fell off a ski lift?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Was it summer or winter?
It matters.
It was winter, of course.
Right.
Boarding stone.
Yeah, snowboarding stoned.
Yeah, so I've actually been to Rochester, New York. I used to live in Watertown, New York when I was in the Army, of course. And I was on my way to, I think I was going to Buffalo with a friend. And we saw this 1967 Cadillac piled up in a snowbank, and I barely saw the for sale sign. It was mint condition, and I got it for $700.
There you go.
Thank you for calling in. I'm sure you needed.
Yes, I made this about me. Wow.
Of course, always.
All right.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. I think I've had enough. Thank you all for calling.
This was Call In and talk about getting high, buddy.
Actually, I did make one, didn't I?
Yeah, Watertown is way up there. Say stuff.
It's time to talk to the audience.
It was time. It was time.
This is a great idea.
It was awesome.
All right, Will. I'll turn it back.
Kyle.
About him.
We're sorry.
And I did.
You did.
You've reached a number
I did
that
do
has
that.
been
That's
disconnected
great.
or is no longer in service.
Hey, you know what? I turned it back on. Call right now. What's his name? Said he was just about to dial in.
Katie Jack, you say, what about worshiping your junk? I worship the audience's junk every day. You know, this is part of my house. This is where my wife and I watch TV. I mean, not, you know, but,
You had to call in. Who is this? Why are you calling us?
this is,
How are you doing? Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
This is Ken. Oh,
it cut out again.
okay, hold on. What?
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Any better?
Sure. What's up?
There we go.
And do you have a story?
I do. First time getting high.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Go ahead and speak up a bit if you would, please.
Yeah, so I'm someone where my brain just doesn't like it, but I didn't know it at the time. So I just learned how to play guitar in college. My friends had showed me, and they're all happy because they were like, he's like, we gotta smoke. He's like, you've only been playing 3 days and you're already better than me. And it was kind of a cool moment for me. So they taught me the riff of Heart-Shaped Box by Nirvana.
Oh, okay.
Good song.
One riff. Yeah. And I was doing good, and I liked it. And anyway, he did that thing where you heat it over with a butter knife or something. I don't even know what that was.
It's called hot knifing, and it's typically reserved for hash.
And there we go. Oh, so it's hash again.
He knew that really
I was so
quickly.
out of it. I got like hypertension. I could feel my heartbeat in my throat.
Uh-huh.
I was just panicking. And all I could do was play that Heart-Shaped Box straight for like 3 hours.
Pain, I got a little pain.
Sitting on the floor, yeah, that was it. So it was fun. Good times, that's it.
All right. Thank you for calling in. That
That's
was actually
great.
pretty funny. Take care, Bush.
You know what I actually like about these stories is that, you know, we joke that everyone's a shut-in and they're on weed, and they are.
You joke about that.
But also that it's not for everyone. That not everyone enjoys it or can even like physically handle it. I don't get to do it because I have to keep a commercial license for my job. I'm not a truck driver, but I have to keep a commercial license for my job, so I don't get to do it.
All right.
Did I make that about me too?
My finger's getting tired from it.
You know, if I don't talk, then there's only half a show.
Look, I fixed that.
Oh yeah, that's great.
No, not yet. You can go there. What are you triggered about?
You pushing those buttons.
Dead
I didn't like
air. I'm dead air.
I didn't like it. Dead ass. I do have this really cool pipe that somebody gave me as a present for when I got my current job, and it's like glass and it goes like this, and it's huge, and I've never used it because when I got the job I couldn't use it anymore. I think maybe they had it and then they just gave it to me.
I think that's what happened.
I think that's what happened too. I never thought about it until just now.
The realization. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Jeez. What do we got?
Send us old toys with hats and old birthday cards. We'll worship your junk like
No.
it's rock star art.
I didn't mean that.
113 Riverwalk Boulevard at Suite 101. California 93636. Send love and regret. Kyle loses money on this.
We did get packages. Speak of the devil.
So yeah.
Where's our first package, Kyle? Hilarious. This is
Okay, this one is from Denise in Inglewood, Colorado, which I can only imagine is a suburb of Denver or Boulder or Colorado Springs, because those are the only places in Colorado that I can remember right now. All places I played shows in Colorado.
All right, let's get to the actual package.
Touching your package.
Inglewood up to no good. That's right, Casanova.
Inglewood. Oh, it's a plethora.
A plethora.
Taking me off.
You weren't? Sofa Squad? Well, thank you for joining. Here's your
Oh, here's the note. That's all you.
All right.
Seems a little crusty.
It does seem a little... Hey, wait a minute. This says BTTS, not Chris. I almost put that on the...
Yeah, you can't put Chris.
Package.
You gotta put BTTS. That's the only thing that's allowed in the mail besides
I
my
see.
name.
Okay. So here is the note, and I will read it. Era, that's right. Hi there. These are just some novelty lighter holders for y'all. They aren't nearly as cool as a tit named James or Corey's front rat tail, but there you go. Love the channel. You each can have one. Couple dap. Denise.
There's 4. Okay, I'll pull one and then you pull one.
Whoa, Fed.
Wow.
Whoa.
Federation Z?
He is fire. I love Federation. Every time I see, he just posts like a fire,
Right.
fire sign. I go, that's fire.
That's fire.
Thank you so much. Wow, look at that. 5 memberships.
Man.
That's a whole pizza.
I know, that's cool.
We're pizza positive. Okay. Thank you very much.
First one.
WWF Federation's fire.
This is a naked man.
It's a torso.
Yeah, and out of the head was where the lighter would be.
And it's a
'Cause they're
darker
lighter
skinned
holders.
gentleman. Which I would
It's
prefer,
a human male.
I would prefer more of a reflection of me if I'm going to pull that out and smoke with it.
Okay, now your turn. Pull one.
All right.
It is a white woman.
I'm okay with this. These hold lighters? You put these in your lighter?
Look at the hole right there.
But I don't get it. You put a lighter in there?
Put a lighter in there.
And then you pull this out of your pocket like this?
Well, it has a string too. So you can wear it around your wrist and like blackjack people. Wada, wada, wada.
All right, next. They know you, Chris?
White man. Finally some representation around here.
Hey, baby. All right, no.
You want back to the sofa? Get away from me!
You want subscriptions, don't you?
All right. Last one.
Last one. All right. Now I can't say anything.
Are these
weird.
fortune cookies?
It's a black woman's
Is this
torso.
what my fortune is?
Decapitated torso.
Chippendales dancers? Well, we got to put at least one up behind us.
Mr. E approves.
Oh, God.
We got to get
I
back
fixed
to
the mystery hat.
Oh, you did?
This week, yeah. So you can see it's all puffed up back here.
You see that?
It's puffed up again. I puffed it up.
Well,
After Henry ate it.
I'm sure my wife will love these because they're of disembodied women, and I don't smoke. So Line up the body with your head.
Line up the bodies with the head. Line the bodies with the head. Like the.
I feel so pretty.
There's nowhere to hook the string. There's 2 holes for where the string would go into, but they're too cheap to actually make the holes.
Why would you have your lighter by string anyway?
You never would, and also that tells you exactly what the net value of this item is because they put it in for free and there's no way to use it. So it must cost less than an American cent to produce this.
Well, thank you so much. We asked for packages that were weird and strange, and that's what we got.
We're here to worship your junk. Hey guys.
I never agreed to that. No.
Kalima, Kalima, I'm worshiping them. Kalima.
Those packages are real close to your mouth.
Kalima.
All right. Yeah, let's leave. Okay. All right.
Those are objectifying. These are
funny.
These ones
straight funny.
Where are they? Where are they over there? Where are they? Oh, I see them back there. Okay.
Okay, that was the first package. Thank you so much, Denise. That was actually really cool of you. We really appreciate it. Good times. Lighter
Next
leash.
one is from Rachel in Dearborn. It says DRBN, Michigan. So I know that that's Dearborn, but it says Durban. Are you brave enough to open this one?
Nope.
Cool.
I've poisoned myself enough this week.
You can have poison right there.
Oh, yeah.
Take a big huff. Now someone's going to put something weird in the next one.
Yep. Whoa.
Okay, here's a card. Look at this card. This is good presentation.
Whoa.
Somebody had Red Bull and weed this week because they made the card like that.
Wow. They put like you put on individual gem thing. What
rhinestones?
They bedazzled this.
It do be bedazzled.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh, happy Thursday. They took out, it says hearts, and they crossed that out and put Thurs, and then day. Happy Thursday. Oh, apparently this was on a Thursday when they sent this. Whoa, this is a lot of text. Okay. Hey guys, here's something I did not buy, but I do have to now stand in line at the post office. That's weird. And
it was $10 to send this, man.
That's a lot of money to send.
It's a lot of money for this.
For this, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And contrary to Chris's opinion, you can use my name. Who would watch this channel with the power to fuck up my life, dude? And it says the world is, and then she crossed out, or they crossed out a sweeter and put better place with you in it, and two of these.
What are those?
I don't know. Two texture.
I'm gonna bedazzle my junk.
And it says best channel ever. Love from Detroit Rock City, Rochi. And then on the back it says, P.S. the birthday, or at least the parts you played, is legit my favorite movie, but I do smoke a lot of pot, so there's that.
The birthday is your favorite movie?
Yes. This person admitted it.
The birthday is one of my favorite movies that we watched as a channel.
Yeah, you have to preface it exactly like that.
Right. And here is the item.
The item is an item.
I may be old, but I got to see all the cool bands.
Wow.
Yeah, right. What are you gonna go see? The Jonas Brothers.
And then on the back,
Back to the sofa.
Back to the sofa, Rochi, 2025 with the guitar.
Rochi is right. Does this say Rochi and not Rachel?
That's a no. That's
it says Rachel,
but she goes by Rochi. Boom.
Maybe
Put it
next
somewhere.
to Gary. I can't reach that far.
Hey, salvaged. Sorry about that.
Put it next to Gary Busey. I'll fix it later.
You fix it later. Ugh.
And by later, I mean like in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, right before we start the next chat.
Well, we have no idea what Rochi's stage name is. Their nom de guerre.
I don't know. No, I don't think we have had that person here. I don't recognize Rochi, but thank you, Rochi. I like saying Rochi.
It's Rochi!
Roulette wheel for topics? We do. And finally, the final package. Again, thank y'all for sending stuff in and paying for shipping.
When you go back and watch the first Back to the Sofa videos and we're like, hey everyone, we're up to 55 subscribers. At no point did we ever think that this would be a community that merited support. And,
no. Community?
Anything like that. We were just like, maybe we'll get to 100 subscribers. So this has been an amazing journey so far and so good. There is a packing slip, like I'm going to be able to return it.
I got a peek of what this was.
Oh, and there's a second one inside.
What are we referring to? Socks?
Yeah, that was cool.
Wow.
Fire! Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead socks. I am assuming. Are these socks?
Am I Beavis?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're socks. My first name is Butt.
Last name is Head. Thank you. I know for a fact Kyle will definitely wear these.
I'll wear them to work. In shorts.
And pull them as high as he can.
Sure.
Yeah.
Shit.
Wow. That is awesome. These are quality.
If anyone challenges me on anything, I can just say that they're discriminating against me and then they back off.
Actually, you're close to wearing the right shirt. Well, when he used to wear a Metallica shirt.
Yeah, what did it turn into? It just turned into like
metal or
rock or something. Yeah,
something stupid. Wow. Well, I gotta say,
that's not it.
Kyle likes to do that. Holly is pizzaless.
No, I'm making it take a long time on purpose. That's weird. It's a completely separate package inside the package.
All right.
It's another pair of Beavis and Butthead socks.
All right.
Quantity 1.
Oh, it's from Etsy.
Right.
Cool, man. Well, now that we have an extra pair of extra socks of Beavis.
Oh, there's a personalization quote. This is for all the giggle fits. It may be World War III and for because of due to the fact the sofa must rise from John. Thank you, John. That is enough Beavis and Butthead socks for everyone who wants one. Maybe we'll give them away as a prize someday.
I was just thinking that, and I hope you're not offended, John, but how about...
It's 3. There's 2 sofa guys.
Yeah, so how about we do give one away, but we have to figure out how to do it and actually stick to it and follow through.
Follow through? You mean like the Scott Baio DVD?
So I mentioned in the car that there is a person, and I'm sorry I forget your name, but on Patreon, this person messaged me, became a member, a paid member, and was like, I'd really love that Scott Baio DVD, and if you guys signed it. And I was like, wait a minute.
Jacob Moff donated $5. Kyle's gotten more entertaining since I've gotten his ego under control. Kissing face emoji. I love you, Stains.
That was worth it. You want some socks? So, thank you, Jacob. That's hilarious.
Well, originally they said, "Hey, I want to buy the DVD and pay you to sign it."
Yeah, and I was
and
like,
Chris
"You already
doesn't swing that way."
Became a member. You know, don't worry about it. I will send it to you. I will get it signed like next week. Everything's cool, all good. And then I forgot, and then I lost it, and then I had to. We're doing a lot to my house right now, so cleaning and moving shit around, and I couldn't find it. I panicked, and I felt bad about it, and I pushed it down. And I poisoned myself with weed killer. Just a real. So anyway, I found it. Actually, my wife found it, but I claimed to Kyle that I found it. That was a lie. So my wife found it and gave it to me. I now have it, and I left it at home.
That's right. So is it under? How long did it take me to send that video game to Holly? 45 days.
Yeah, I think so.
So is it within the 45 days?
No, this is longer.
It's longer. Well, we're setting a new standard here on Back to the Sofa of we're doing the best we can. Just like all of you. Wasn't 8 years, Holly. You're so mean.
What a story.
Chris. All right. So anyway, to that person, I will bring it, and eventually, and I will get Kyle to sign it, and I will send it out to you. I can't promise because I've already been bad at this. We're downgraded to back to the love seat. Damn it! Damn it! All right. So anyway, that being said, thank you for putting me on blast, Kyle. That won't come back to haunt you at all.
I feel like half this channel is putting each other on blast. Kind of like that.
Just wanted to see your face after the video.
It's a show that you can watch for free.
Back to the step stool. Okay. Yeah, definitely. We stress the free. Hold on one sec. Now this is gonna go great.
So far, so good.
So, we were always curious about what the future would hold, who would be in it, how our lives would be made easier. Definitely not going to destroy ourselves through nuclear war. Everything's going to be great. What would that look like from 1950 or 50s? And so forth. And we both already are very, I wouldn't say pissed off, but resentful of all of these goddamn videos that promise so much and we got so little.
Yeah, I was watching this video by Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he's like, everybody always thought that, hey, Ghettoville, USA!
You're here in our town. Nuclear, all right? Jesus.
I can't even say nuclear the wrong way.
Nuclear.
No, these aren't my videos. I didn't have to take notes. But
I did go over these.
Good for you and whoever else watched them with you.
Just me, baby.
Right. So Chris already has all of his...
I skim them.
Responses prepared on note cards on the computer. You can't see right here. He has a bunch of note cards.
It's a lie.
And I will be spontaneously reacting just like the rest of the audience. See, I'm representational. Somebody commented Kyle for president, and that's not such a bad idea.
Yeah. Nowadays, no.
Except for me. I wouldn't want to do that job.
Let's get into it. Westinghouse Electric House promo. Let's see how many people look like me in this video. That's what I want to know.
I bet Chris $1 that if there was somebody of color, I would give him $1, and I don't think I'm going to be out $1 today. Not so far.
Oh my God.
In all my years with Westinghouse, I've covered some pretty interesting stories.
But here is truly the most wonderful, exciting...
Shut up, you bitch! She sounds so conceited, I want to punch her in the face.
Home. A home where electricity does everything. Heats, cools, illuminates, launders, preserves and prepares foods,
And keeps people out that look like
it
me.
even lights the path to the front door with rayescent strip lighting.
Plenty of cancer in those, I believe.
I'm sure they're filled with mercury and uranium.
Say a cheery welcome.
The OG Karen.
The door.
Was that a ring camera?
Is that Toaster talking?
It's a ring camera.
Guests have arrived.
You watching them on your picture phone.
When you step inside the total electric home, you step into an entirely new concept in living. Organized around electric centers.
Small ass
such as
TV.
the entertainment center.
Baklaya.
What is that?
Baklaya.
Baklaya?
Yeah, it's like Southern Eastern Europe kind of instrument, like a kind of triangle guitar.
Why do they have that? Why does this family have that?
Oh, you know how the Museum of England just goes to other countries and steals shit and then is like, hey, check it out. I have this thing from this other country.
This is mine
That's
now.
you're right.
Yeah, the tears of the fallen make this even sweeter.
Right.
Heating and cooling.
Yeah, they have an orange sofa.
Hey, that's pretty hip.
On purpose.
Livable temperatures all year round.
What is that? Oh my God!
And health.
I'm not a huge, decor guy, clearly, but
What's that supposed to mean? I have the orange sofa.
But clearly, that is quite a dining area.
Remember, when your wife stays home all day and just has time to do this shit, you have to hit her, but she'll make the table like this.
2. Sterile lamps kill airborne bacteria.
What?
Electrostatic filters remove pollen and dust. The pride and joy of the man of the house is the weather control center.
Yeah, look.
You in charge of the electric heating and air conditioning and the electronic air filtering of the entire house.
It is the pride of the man.
I'm so white, I had a white guy install it.
Electric home can be set individually. And for the amateur web...
Jacob Moff donated $2.
Just for the hell of it.
Just to cover.
He's like, did I do that super chat already?
I'm pretty sure I did. It's fine. Whoa!
Let me do another one just in case.
And
he really likes
center
old air conditioning
outside
units.
Wind velocity and direction. Outside.
All right, let's.
With individual handles.
Whoa.
Clothes are sorted by type.
That's just a cabinet.
To save you steps.
It's a future cabinet.
I have that from Amazon. It has 3 different
in home laundry.
Pampers. Not a big deal.
Is clothes in this new Westinghouse 1000 laundromat.
Do you poop in that? What is this?
The remarkable.
I'm stuck, stepbrother.
They have no idea what's coming.
For every fabric at the touch of a
You see
button.
this? How small that hole is? How am I supposed to get my stepsister in that
All
thing?
right, look.
Over here is the combination open fireplace and electric barbecue.
No children will burn themselves to death on that.
Barbecue yeah.
And demonstrate his cooking skill.
Barbecue inside the house.
Just enjoy a cozy fire. All he has to do is throw on the logs and push a button.
And a Mexican pushes that down.
I was just gonna say, hey, that's where the Mexican guy is.
That was my grandfather's job.
He's pushing down the cone.
Food
He fed 9 kids with that.
You have a refrigerator that looks
It's like the Flintstones where they have an animal do every job.
all
but
minorities.
It's all just minorities.
It's all, guys, it's me.
are handy, spacious.
There's just a Brazilian guy behind every panel.
Smoking a cigarette.
Right.
There's the miraculous.
That was
That's
their
a
fridge.
tiny ass stove.
Cook these
People ate less back then. Don't forget.
seconds.
Oh, must be a microwave.
Why is she holding hands like
From
that?
recipes kept in
Bzzz.
the microfilm file.
Whoa, look, a digital book.
Recipes are on file.
Yeah, iPad.
And simply by
Is she wearing, or is he wearing slacks, I
the
bet?
recipe of your choice appears on the screen.
What?
He cooked it in 6 seconds. Be like a 3,000 watt microwave.
Like you have to. This is like Fallout, where you have to constantly be doing the rad thing, like
Right.
get rid of the radiation. You're like, that was good.
Look, they have another like folk guitar up there.
Oh, good.
And compact area.
I'll have to see my grandfather's teeth on there.
Enjoy together. For the young in heart, a button selects the latest hit record and plays it automatically.
Obey the country.
Aimed toward any.
Dude, that kid is strapped up.
And for a pleasant background of stereo classics, just press for your selections and put them on the Westinghouse stereo.
Why didn't you do that?
With special speakers.
'Cause it
that
fucks up the
surround you
records.
with music.
He looks like he knows what
Almost
he's.
every form of
everything.
home entertainment is centered.
I have a reel-to-reel player in this
FM
room.
radio, tape recorder.
What if they just had like a machete on the wall too?
and drawers.
Everything's
That would
great.
be awesome.
That chair looks awesome, by the way. That kid that
There's
sit in
even
that chair.
equipment for showing your own home movies.
Uh-oh.
Home movies.
Back to the what?
Written,
Back to the swingers.
directed, and produced by you.
Yeah.
A sliding wall
What?
of the entertainment center conceals a built-in projector that glides out into the room.
Don't worry. It's only half the cancer you've already been exposed to. They just had their reel right there?
Yeah.
Then, at the push of a button, the
Watch us vacation, you whores!
a large TV screen comes down, and it's time for the...
We have all this.
Oh, good. They're not showing us anything.
They're good.
Now, let's take a look at the...
They'd have to actually have a screen that
of the
worked.
total electric home.
Right. So this is all just stuff that you could do because your house has all this electric shit in it.
Wall of light.
What is this?
It isn't on the
What
market
room is
yet,
this?
but
The
when it does go on sale,
lounging
it will not only
laundry?
illuminate whatever room it's placed in, but also cool the room in summer and heat it in winter. To help maintain that healthy
Turkish
tingle,
bath?
there's an electric
She just has a
massage
giant
table,
master bath.
and outside an electric exerciser.
An electric exerciser.
That's right.
Even extends outdoors.
Gee, look at
into the fresh air
fucking-
and sunshine.
It's a beautifier.
A sliding wall
turbine on the back of that thing.
converts one large area into two separate bedrooms at night. During the day,
Yeah, the kids won't break that instantly.
They will break it
Child's
instantly.
Education Center. There's an electrically operated planetarium to encourage
I would have
study
loved
of the
that.
stars.
I would have loved the planetarium as a kid.
The needs of the growing children in this house.
I'm sick of this. I want Nintendo.
That's right. So you get an idea for what the 1950s Westinghouse thought that they could produce and deliver
There
and
was
sell.
nothing to do back then.
No.
There was nothing to do.
Yeah. Let's move on in time to the late 1950s. Actually, 1960. Is this the same video?
I'm betting
It's the same.
God.
I previewed all these Kyles. I was good at my job.
Airborne.
All right. I'll take that.
Online shopping.
Only women will like this.
More than a generation away. And yet dreams travel fast.
That's sick as hell.
I didn't even know what that was.
Distant planners.
It's
Yeah.
the Homer mobile.
That's the front of the car, baby.
First century.
Are those jets? What
Yes.
is that?
Perhaps in
There were turbine cars in the 60s.
Women be shopping.
hexagon modules that grow with a family.
The home of 26 years ago.
All
Oh my God, you're
information
right.
about
Yeah.
the family, its records, its tastes and reference material is stored in the central home computer, which is secretary, librarian, banker, teacher, medical technician,
Oh.
bridge partner, and all-around servant.
Don't use it for those. It'll kill you. It'll kill you very quickly.
Bridge partner's okay. Look how bored this kid is in the home of the future.
Student. His assignments are programmed into the home computer and fed into teaching machines, which allow him to progress.
Which shock the shit out of him every time he gets the wrong answer.
You can beat him digitally.
I would be shoe shopping on this.
Okay.
is already taking advantage of his electronic world.
Doesn't even move the pieces.
Hey, Mom.
What, do we lose a war?
Yeah, me too. How about lunch?
How about 2?
How about lunch?
Woman, I'm hungry. It's the future.
Hey, I want Metallica playing in every room of the house. It's the future. Get the camera off me.
All right.
Okay, 2 minutes and counting.
Where's my beer?
119. All right.
Irradiated
See how bored
flowers.
that kid was? He counted the 120 seconds till lunch.
Wow.
The computer will keep
Whoa.
inventory on all foodstuffs and suggest daily menus based on the nutritional needs of the family. When the meal has been selected, the various portions are fed automatically in
paste.
the microwave oven for a few seconds of deep.
How are those floating down?
Fucking awesomely. That's how they're floating down.
Wow.
A 1954 microwave
So
cost
they're
$24,000.
They're showing all this stuff knowing that the vast majority of people cannot afford this.
Split-second lunches.
Yeah.
Color-keyed disposable dishes. All part of the
Disposable dishes?
Fingertip shopping will be one of the many homemakers' conveniences. This video console will be channeled into the store.
I buy all these shoes online.
There, a camera will scan a display of wares, which she will select by push button.
Push button? It's only 58% in 2012?
That seems low.
That means 40% of women are still staying home. I think that's that seems high.
All bills and transactions will
I don't think I know any.
Yeah, that's how I stare at my bills.
A central bank computer will debit the family's account the amount of purchases and credit the department.
The debit it? The deposit?
Family's home computer at the same time.
What did she buy today?
Father, at the touch of a button,
I'll just print more money.
His printed copy of his budget, the amount of taxes he owes, the
You don't have
payments left on the car.
Print it. You could watch it on one of those 4 screens.
Also at his disposal is an electronic correspondence machine, or home post office, which allows for instant written communication between individuals anywhere in the world.
Why do we need to know that 92, 98 trillion? They're mostly spam. They're all porn.
I know.
What's next?
World domination, I think, is the next thing.
It
Let's go to war with somebody.
We now know.
We gotta pay for this.
These dreams of tomorrow. The world of 1999 and beyond
Is definitely not a crater.
of our imagination today.
Post-apocalyptic existence.
Post-apocalyptic.
Right? That's what they really wanted us to believe.
They did kind of have it figured out, though. Like, we have all that stuff. Except the stupid kitchen bullshit.
1969! You know it's good because it looks like this. Oh my god. Okay, there's someone running it.
Don't worry, he has an 8th grade education.
Alright, let's get to it. What is this?
He's having a picnic in the middle
Wait,
of the job site?
Is that new?
Electric power, built right into the home. Basic requirement for modern living.
What is this, for South America?
Branching off.
We don't have any South American fans. It's okay. We can talk about them.
Yeah.
Comes
We're punching up.
at the electrical nerve center
Each house will have at least 4 outlets that are ungrounded.
and runs throughout the structure, adequately wired for today and tomorrow.
Yeah, every home from the 60s, you try to run the hairdryer and the microwave at the same time and the whole house shuts down. So, I don't want to hear about how it's wired for tomorrow. It ain't.
I'm not a technical guy or handy with anything, but look how they made that hole.
Yeah, they used the drill, and when they punched through, it made a big splinter, and the guy that makes the house is like, well, I'm not going to put in a new board.
No, of course not.
Let's just film this broken one.
Yeah. Did they do 2 holes on that one? Look at...
Hey, I missed, all right? What are you, Michelangelo of boards or something?
There's no law that says I can't be drunk while doing this at the time.
Built around modern appliances.
You live, Casanova, you live in a great neighborhood with no Italians, guaranteed. Not a guarantee.
Are installed in your home.
Not a guarantee.
Comes right to your fingertips.
Wow.
Wow, switches for bitches. Oh, light bulb. I'm really impressed. What was this for? They already had light bulbs.
And when the home is
Look, insulation. Let's just touch it.
it brings you the most modern benefits.
Yeah, all those guys died of mesothelioma.
That's like me, like yesterday when I was pouring out the
Oh my god.
stuff, and it was like touching my hand, and I was like, "Do-do-do-do-do,
But it didn't just touch your hand, it poisoned you.
pour it on me, yeah.
Even the air conditioner can be built right into the home for attractive permanence.
Shove it in there.
Permanence?
Well, they're building a home.
That was in Detroit. They tore all those houses down.
Everything is right before his eyes.
A book.
When the race war happens.
Outside, you can protect yourself.
What did I say? What did I say?
Uh-oh.
Hard to pick him off with a flashlight. But with these,
Swipe arrow, no swiping.
reduce this menace.
Oh my god! It phased him out of existence.
Right now it's only a dream.
Westinghouse is a murderer. My house murdered your father.
This.
El Bandito. That was my uncle out there. He was lost.
You'll get a quick.
He had a family.
But in the medallion hall,
Is this supposed to be dark?
full house.
What are they smoking? You guys
Oh,
think
it's
you're
because
high?
the film degraded so much that the black is turned to red.
But then why is there blacks clearly rendered correctly?
Of course, there are many
What is
ways to
that?
heat a home. A flame is noted for its warmth.
No shit, Sherlock. Yeah, thanks for the info.
Can be fed easily from this handy container, or by sprinkling a little something on it now and again.
They're burning coal in their homes. People would just do anything. God
The future's
damn.
now, man.
But heating no longer.
Like, I don't know how the heater in this house works, but I've never put extra coal in it, so I imagine that it's electric.
Easy as lighting the home, with such compact items as electric baseboard heating. And electricity not only heats
So you can burn yourself when you
it also
fall. And
cools it.
all right, let's keep moving here.
Comfort.
What do we do
Look
with
at the size of the TV. 25 inches was the biggest TV you could buy, and I only know that because my dad said I wanted a bigger one. They didn't have it.
I want to see more banditos.
Look at the waist on that broad.
Ayo!
A
Oh!
medallion home kitchen.
Look at all those spices!
You can plug in coffee?
No grounded plugs.
He may need a lot of your time, but fortunately, this
That's the
total
kitchen.
electric kitchen helps you make time for it.
Just buy him a book.
That kid would break everything. My son would destroy
He's just
everything.
staring at the light bulb?
And all the other
Oh, look, your chicken roast. Look at all that milk
modern housewife.
and honey.
That was like 7 bottles of milk.
What's in the bowl?
She's banging the
bitch?
milkman. There's no way she needs that much milk. Give me a break. Honey, why do we have 52 bottles of milk?
Drink up. You know what I had to do for this?
None of your business. You don't love me.
Range for flameless.
This isn't about love.
Where's my pie?
This is about affording this goddamn futuristic house. It's tearing us.
You're never home.
I'm digital.
Trash compactor?
Dishwasher for
Oh,
dishes.
pull out dishwasher.
Get rid
Yeah,
of
you
your
can put the
children.
door on the front, right?
Whoa, Jacob went from just a regular whatever to a sofa king.
That is so fucking cool. So fucking cool.
And an electric combination washer dryer.
Electric combination? That's what he said. Combination.
He said combinate. We're moving on. That's the least of the.
Everywhere you work in the kitchen,
There's a plug inside
light
the
and
cabinet.
power right at hand.
There's the one right next to it. Why do you need that?
Be done smoothly, quickly, and efficiently.
Quickly.
It's been a long
I'm making
time.
shit from scratch. What about the goddamn microwave?
Time with a family.
That cost a lot of money back then.
Even on the patio, an electric rotisserie can add the
A rotisserie?
convenience to an
You know what? I don't even want a wife that does this all day. My wife.
kitchen. It's a whole wonderful.
My wife is highly educated and she's a professional, and like her just hanging around the house and doing this shit all day, it wouldn't even be the same person.
It's a very, very, very different time looking back. Like, people do have, and I'm one of them sometimes, where you have rose-colored glasses about like the past or the concept of the past. And it's like, well, wouldn't you want your wife to stay home and do it? And the reality of it is it's a lot of busy work. And for someone that's of today's age,
and, smart,
wouldn't that be... I mean, some people do enjoy being stay-at-home whatevers.
Yeah, everyone that's stoned right now enjoys being home.
All of you guys.
Right.
But, I don't think I'd want my wife to just be completely like, start the roast at 5 a.m.
That woman doesn't look like she has a hobby. They didn't say, oh, here's the hobby room where she builds replicas of Battlestar Galactica out of popsicle sticks. They're not... She's just like someone who does stuff around the house.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's more maid service like than anything.
Right.
So, that was in the 1960s. We're moving on to AT&T's version of the 1960 of the future in 1960.
Ooh, psychedelic.
Challenge of change.
Whoa, Stoney!
Back to the futuristic
sofa
house. Future house. All right, come on. What is?
God, how?
This is
all these guys are on laudanum.
What is that?
Laudanum's like a liquid morphine or something.
What is this?
That you may recognize. Hey, Larry. They want to know where the merchandise is. Look, I'm sorry. We're trying to get the stuff out as fast as we can, but we're...
By the way, I would like my dollar in a single bill that's crisp and clean, because there were no Hispanic people in that last video.
I meant in the package of videos.
Yeah, we're going to keep watching. I'd like my dollar.
Okay, I'm going to give you the dollar right now. And then if none of them show up, then you have to give it back.
This is crisp.
You said you wanted a crisp dollar.
I did. Keeping it right here.
Not the one that I have, wrapped in human skin.
No. So if you guys see anyone that looks like this in that world, let us know, and Kyle gets his money back.
Yeah. Well, I just came in a minute ago. Well, I know...
It's 1961. There's not going to be one in this video. Come on, 80s! There'll definitely be one in the 80s one. That one doesn't count.
At least
it has to be like the 60s stuff.
A futuristic gardener.
This is the code for fingertip access to information, ideas, decisions.
Maybe they'll call a bus driver and he can be...
No!
Not white.
This is not...
But
suddenly I'm loving Westinghouse version of the
I'm going to have to
future.
put you on hold for just a second and find out.
Okay.
Is that how it feels to call us on our show?
This is Bill. Larry here.
I got so high I threw up on a dog. All right, bye.
I was so high I was the dog.
It was me.
Miller has a big order for us.
All right, we go.
Language.
This is just how they're going to take inventory with a computer.
D'Angelo, please.
Where's the sexual harassment? That's what I want to know.
Harassment?
Mrs. Alice, how are you?
You're right.
We need 70 X207 wrenches right away.
What?
You need 70 wrenches?
And this?
Nobody needs 70 wrenches. Okay?
What the devil's that? That's me.
Oh my God!
The size of that pager.
The Hawkins property must have come through. You mean they dialed it? Yeah, I've got my own personal number. Excuse me, I'll call in. Hey, let me see that. Sure.
Yeah, the message radiates through my bones.
How about that?
My colon is the size of a basketball. He just stole
it. Whoa, they got down different back then.
See how white people are? He's like, this is mine.
I made this. All right, let's move on. This is
systems and
we don't need that.
Okay, if you click on...
Hold on.
Okay, 70s, I don't think there's going to be anybody.
Actually, the BBC did like a bunch of these, and they did pretty cool stuff. Well, they did stuff.
We've really enjoyed them. As we prepare for a new decade in 4 days' time, you can't have failed to notice the predictions flying around about life in the 80s. But the prophets should prophesy with care. We've made a few mistakes in our time, like this one in the early 70s. A report on plans for the Channel Tunnel by William Woolard.
Which exists.
It does?
Yeah. You can get in a train in Bedfordshire.
Here's something we did get right.
Place and then go to
once again.
Switzerland or whatever.
Merry Christmas, Toby.
Wow, they go through stories they told previously and say what they got right and wrong.
You may remember Toby Churchill. His
Era.
first appearance on this program.
Sorry. I'm joking, it's a joke.
Lost his power of speech after picking up a mystery illness in France. But thanks to this machine...
Hey man,
mystery illness in France?
I poisoned myself with something yesterday. You don't have me crying about
Maybe
it.
it's nut cancer from that machine.
Public news display.
Get that typewriter off his lap and maybe he can walk.
The director of the successful company that markets this machine has refined it.
I'm glad for that. Everything's good.
And even
I was hoping for more
display unit so you can point it.
This is all about transportation.
Then, mysteriously, the lights went out.
All right, we don't need to see this. Let's
Our phone.
because they did two.
We pulled the plug on Hitler. Probably.
All right, 1987, people.
Okay, I'm gonna get my dollar back now if we're still going. But you earned that dollar.
No, no, let's do it.
A vital part of tomorrow's world.
That's BBC. There won't be.
Girl. What will future science and technology do for her? Or perhaps more to the point, what will
Pancake House, I gotta say, Pancake House comment about the guy typing. I hate my life.
Please kill me. I'm like that fucking Metallica song where the guy's trapped in his own body.
Cook me in your barbecue that's in the center of your living room.
Landmines have taken my sight, taken my speech, taken my arms, and taken my legs.
a nylon wig.
Hey, that looks familiar. Kyle wore one like that.
And your head's as good as new.
I was gonna wear the blonde wig today. I was watching the episode where I clipped in the blonde hair.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah.
Just the thing for jotting down telephone numbers. In fact,
oh, we're gonna have clothes
in the future.
The jacket and skirt in plastic.
Oh, it's all plastic. That's what's impressive about it.
I love it.
Kitchen tables not so very long ago. And if the synthetic weather prove unreliable, why then we have a plastic Macintosh with these.
That's a Macintosh?
Interesting.
That's what they called
I
computers.
thought it was a fucking Apple.
Oh, and one other thing, the earrings. On tomorrow's Go, they wouldn't jump.
Oh, didn't that guy in RoboCop 3 have
I
like
was
a
gonna
see-through
mention that.
plastic?
Yeah, I was gonna mention that, dude.
One ear, third for the other. Every taste catered for.
Every taste catered for.
Today. And I think
What a
the most
pretentious
striking thing about
What is she wearing?
the way that everything is so
She's wearing plastic.
except for Raymond Baxter's suit.
She's like, how silly. Let's all wear garbage bags like this.
Science and technology. Did we get anything right? Well, the thing was, that tomorrow's girl
Look at her hands.
and went very rapidly. Shortly after.
Look at the hands!
What they do to the AI this is where AI got their information.
No!
Powder.
Way ahead, whiter.
Washes away non-whites.
But if you had a tendency to sweat, they turned to papier-mâché under your armpits.
Paper-mâché?
On the whole takedown.
Papier-mâché?
Pocket.
Papier-mâché. She did say that.
On her wrist. Things which in 1965...
She turned into a mannequin. Oh my God.
...would have been inconceivable. And 22 years later, she is still wearing synthetics. But they're light years away from the ones that Raymond enthused about. For instance, this is what nylon filaments looked like then, a little enlarged, but you can see they're very smooth and regular, and they
now they're crack pipes.
Shiny, cold materials like this. But today's filaments can be made many times thinner, so that you can construct the tangled effect, even the little.
All right, I mean that's not that
technology
interesting.
that
Whoa!
will do for tomorrow's person.
Bon, aniato, bon, aniato, bon.
Greetings, 20th century people.
Whoa, what was that?
I'm wearing part
Cultural
of the
appropriation from Hawaii.
Well, it may look like today's, but it's not what it seems. The suit is chemically treated to make it thermosensitive. It absorbs heat when you're hot, thus cooling you down, and releases it again when you're cold, so you maintain a constant temperature.
And this briefcase is my bathroom.
Pockets, cards, holograms of my family. And we've finally solved the problem of lost keys.
He held those up like holograms of my fucking family.
The tip opens all the different doors in my life when I press them against pattern recognition pads. I also carry my doctor round with me. A tiny biosensor under my tongue analyzes
people do
chemical
use the
changes in my
watches.
saliva
Yeah.
and radios any changes that I ought to know about.
And charges me $1,000.
So I can.
Don't worry, I'm completely blind.
A problem. And I carry my office round with me as well. Now this isn't.
Do you shove your head in it? What is he doing with that?
TV.
Bro, is that it?
So if you look, it might have Maggie underneath. Wave, Maggie. It's also satellite connected, so I can receive information, any information I want, from any computer I have access to around the world.
Yeah, sure.
I carry a printer.
Dude, it is a vision
in my
set.
briefcase, so that when I get a message, it all prints out like that.
Yeah.
But oh, what else have I got in here?
I see nothing.
A bit of future entertainment.
The goggles, they do nothing.
3D TV, and I can shut out the world.
He can what?
Moments that
You can shit it out.
Stuck on
It sounded like he said, I can
Transport
shit out the world.
Well, we take full responsibility.
In 1996 at Fry's Electronics, we had goggles that looked like 100-foot screens.
Just what happened to tomorrow's
It looked impressive. I never really tried them on.
I'm sure that the resolution was good enough not to get a headache in 7 minutes.
And lastly,
Well, you're picking the BBC ones. They're not gonna.
they're the best. Tomorrow's world, we're all fucking alien robots.
Right.
What are going to be the biggest changes in our homes by 2020?
In our homes?
The house of the future, protect the environment. And what new technology do researchers think we'll be living with?
Commit to the joke.
Well, we've been talking to some of the people who've been thinking about the home of the future.
And how can they get my hair bigger? I need bigger hair.
Started the home of the future.
I'm an old bitch.
Lights. Home learns how.
Plus LCD screen TV technology.
But it also already existed when they're.
For privacy.
Yeah, that's true.
Other coatings. We can
look what we'll have 30 years from now.
Right.
In other words.
Yeah, except windows are expensive.
Something very remarkable.
This is snoozeworthy. We're gonna. What?
Or a computer screen. Well, that may be a little futuristic.
I have to see her legs?
No.
Why isn't she behind a desk? See? Fucking sexist bullshit. So what did we learn from this video? We learned that God didn't invent minorities until the year 2000.
I guess so.
Because there are none on any of these videos.
No, I phased into existence right when I graduated high school.
That's right.
Weird.
Chris made $1.
Oh, where'd it go? Oh. Easy money, people. No representation of my kind in any of those videos.
Oh, God dang it. Ah. And the problem I have it with is that I'm supposed to be relating to these people as representing me, and I hate all of them.
I didn't see any Metallica shirts.
No. Any gas station California hats?
No. You bought that on a gas station, and it says California.
Right.
And he's a Californian.
Right. I have one that says Minnesota that I have my wife buy me and when she was doing a conference in Minnesota. Yeah, somebody told me, oh yeah.
Erroneous donated $1.99. Give Kylie back his dollar mbop.
Because you said umbop? I'm giving back his dollar. See how frivolous we are with our money? You give us money and we're like, you take it, you take it. Seriously, I need this money.
Well, see, YouTube is going to take some of that $1.99 and then we're going to split it. So the $1.99 doesn't cover giving the dollar back.
That's true.
And then we have to pay taxes on
The
it.
taxes of what we just did right now,
Right.
We'll never recover from.
I'll never recover it from.
So that was the future, according to, I think Westinghouse had the best.
I think so too.
idea.
AT&T was boring.
I'm not in any of it, but a future does look cool, even if I'm not allowed in it. That's what
We'll finally be rid of them in the future.
There's hope. So yeah, you watched it. I don't have an explanation for why.
I have a surprise for Moosler and whoever else commented about Hanson. I'll be right back.
It's not part of the video. Okay, so I'm keeping that dollar now. He's going to put me through something, so I'm going to keep the dollar. You're not sorry, Erroneous. I know you're not sorry.
How dare you talk to me like that? You are tearing me apart!
Kyle.
Ugh.
Hanson concert t-shirt.
That is aged.
Yeah, it is.
How old is that?
The color balance is not off. This is yellow.
I'm not sorry.
I'm the cute one. I'm the middle one.
And I'm old. Hanson concert. I found this in a thrift store in Massachusetts.
Dude, Moosler has that shirt too. Oh my god.
That's right. I don't need the headphones now, do I?
I don't think so.
I actually have a remix of Intergalactic mixed with Mbop, and it's pretty good.
I do love that.
You can type in DJ Roy Batty Body Mboppin'. Oh, it's Body Movin' that I did. It's Body Mboppin'. And you should be able to find it on the internet, but it's not on YouTube. You have to go.
Oh, don't do it. So, how do we finish off this live stream? Well, awkwardly.
With a click button.
All right.
Link to Twitch.
Well, so before we go, we're gonna do. Kyle did find, that one video about the box office bombs from 1970s to today.
It was an accident. I got lucky.
But it was a good video.
Try not to give me too much credit.
So I went back to the creator, which is the creator's name's QTR. They have 27,000 subscribers.
God damn it. The AI bot?
They've been doing it for 10 months.
Yeah.
So
it's a bot.
We are trying not to take that seriously.
We're going to react to bots now.
We're reacting to bots. And we're going to check this out. It's 13 underrated 90s box office flops that deserve more love. Let's see if Kyle and I can fight about something.
We can.
Blockbusters that defined a generation.
We'll skip the ones that we've already talked about from the last
love
video.
It deserved at the box office. Some real...
The voiceover...
Is it Bob's Burgers?
I don't know, but it's very clearly AI.
Right.
It's very clearly AI.
Gems slip through the cracks only to be rediscovered and appreciated years later. Here are a few...
All right, get to...
It sounds like Bob's Burgers.
All right, so Hero we talked about.
Second lieutenant.
We did?
During the Mexican-American War, who gets exiled after his superiors learn he
Good God, it took a huge loss.
Let his partners get
I didn't even hear about this.
to combat the enemy.
Because of the fake beard. Look at that.
Trying to stay at a military outpost where he and others witnessed...
This is a movie about the Mexican-American War with no Mexicans in it.
By resorting to cannibalism. The blend of Western...
Oh, no, he was, he's a...
And Ravenous has since become
disgraced.
a cult classic with an
This is a disgrace.
PDF file.
Consists of Guy Pearce,
that guy.
Robert Carlyle, Jeremy Davies, and David Arquette, among others.
David Arquette was in this?
No one just ends up at Fort Spencer. We come for...
I heard nothing of this at all. Zero.
No. Principal Rooney is the...
old Indian myth from the north.
Man, they almost had him at a con, Holly. Ugh. Jeffrey Jones, that's it.
Man's strength.
What the fuck? Okay, Rocketeer.
Johnston's soup.
This was an enjoyable movie.
Rocketeer, I look back on, and I enjoyed it. And I was a kid, and I wanted cartoons, and I wanted robots and craziness, and this wasn't it, and it still somehow won me over.
Yeah, I mean, it was...
Hero film tells the story...
It was swashbuckling, like, Indiana Jones and...
Hollywood, who finds a very strange device, a rocket pack that he can use to fly.
I'm trying to think of the billionaire that made all the movies.
Iron Man?
The FBI,
Iron Man?
And the Howard Hughes.
No.
Okay.
Howard Hughes.
All right. So...
But saving the world...
But it was a cool idea, cool concept, and I thought they did a pretty good job with the film. I don't remember it being like fast-paced or that fun.
No, I think it was a movie made for kids, made for adults, which is how I feel about Dream a Little Dream, the first one.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It was like, it had the two Coreys, and they were all dressed up like super fashion icons, but it was a movie for old people.
It really was.
It really was.
Yeah, if you go
Watch
back-
it with us on the episode, probably.
That Chris has to look up and put here.
We have a video about it.
We do.
Is just more important than anything else. Featuring state-of-the-art special effects by Industrial Light and Magic.
Wow.
The Rocketeer.
That's why it was good,
film
visually.
1991. The problem is that the budget was simply too high. And Disney
40 million back then for that?
turned
Yeah.
at the box office.
It's because it's a period piece.
Like a hood ornament. Stand clear.
A cool one. So his legs would be completely burned off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. His torso, bottom torso.
Not unless he had asbestos pants, which would
also
be correct for the time period, but would kill him.
Chaplin, starring Robert Downey Jr. in one of his most important roles, was critically acclaimed.
It
back
was
in
an important
1992.
role?
Today, it sits at 50.
Who gives a shit about Charlie Chaplin?
I
mean,
do.
Honest, you.
It was important.
Wait a minute.
You're
whoa,
strange.
Whoa. You don't care about Charlie Chaplin?
No, not at all. The guy that looked like Hitler? Oh, I'm sorry. The guy who Hitler looked like?
Did you ever see a clip from the film where he spoke, where he pretended to be Hitler?
Yeah.
It's a
good speech.
Where who?
But like make a whole movie about Charlie Chaplin and just I fell down.
Who trolls him? Who's trolls? Jacob. Jacob, where are you? Good speech.
He's like, I can't chime in anymore. I'm out of money.
Damn it.
Enough
Well,
to get
I'm
nominated
interested in
for 3
Chaplin. I'm
Academy
interested in his
Awards.
life.
Sadly, audiences didn't quite connect with the biography, as they perhaps expected a reenactment of Chaplin's abilities, and not a gut-wrenching depiction of the mind of one of the most important performers of all time.
Michael Bolton is one of the most performers of all time. You know how many Grammys he has? A lot.
No, wait, hold it.
I don't want to watch a Michael Bolton movie either.
Your message reaches everyone, everywhere.
All right, we get that.
Biographical drama about the dynamics.
The Insider, I don't really care about.
That's for old people.
The Frighteners.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it, this guy. So, The Frighteners was something that I think, even when I watched it as a kid, I knew it was special. It has Michael J. Fox for one thing, and it has, I think it, damn it, I forget the director right now. But, man, it was a good movie. It's not anything close to what you would think a Michael J. Fox movie would be. It's it's really darker. It involves ghosts and dead people and like
The chat's going off. They love The Frighteners.
Created by Weta Digital.
Weta
tells the story of Frank Bannister, a man who uses his psychic abilities to scam people. One of Jackson's obscure films, The Frighteners,
Peter
is a
Jackson.
very entertaining horror comedy starring Michael J. Fox.
I really enjoyed this movie,
The
though.
film failed to meet box office expectations despite Universal Pictures being certain of the concept. The failure was probably due to Independence Day being released at the same time.
I would say so.
Summer Olympics getting all the attention.
But man, what a good movie.
I never heard of it.
Are normally confined to the cemetery,
You cannot push spirits around!
although they do escape.
We're supposed to be his business partners.
Everyone says that you're a fraud, but I've seen what you can do.
Give it up, Frank. Death ain't no way to make a living.
Great movie. If you guys haven't seen it, check out Frighteners. Michael J. Fox is excellent in the film. It's a good movie. The digital effects are different from even now. It's not a kid's movie. It may have come off like that. It kind of walks that line, but it's not for children. It's a comedy horror movie.
Hudsucker Proxy.
I liked the Hudsucker Proxy when I was
That sounds like a euphemism for something nasty.
Tim Robbins did an amazing job. I think that the film is kind of too long, but in terms of like imagination in a world filled with blandness, it has its own unique voice, and I think that it's worth rewatching. That circle he's holding up, he holds it up to the boss of a toy company, and he goes, this is my idea. And he goes, what is it? And he goes, for kids. And that's the beginning of the idea of the film. And there's more supernatural stuff going on, blah, blah, blah. It's actually really good.
Hudsucker Proxy. One of the last...
It was upside down.
Ever made.
It was a hula hoop.
Epic is one of
He invented the hula hoop.
underrated features.
Hula Hoop, the movie?
No, it has very little to do with that.
% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the film was mostly forgotten very quickly.
That's you! Kyle does that all the time.
The execution of the Coens, particularly...
I do that because Napoleon Dynamite does that.
Last performances. That should be enough to make you want to revisit it.
Yeah.
Paul the Newman.
Good movie.
No magazines, no coffee.
It's closer to like a Tim Burton style movie than anything else.
Did he jump out a window too?
Don't worry, Mr. Musburger. I got you. I got you by your pants.
Pants.
This is real time. This is from the film.
Event Horizon takes audiences.
Okay. Hold on. In that, he goes, should I double stitch it? And he goes, nah, save the money. It's like 5 cents. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So he died from that. Okay, here we go.
So I recommended this movie to a friend, and she and her boyfriend watched it, and then roasted me in front of our whole friends group about, oh yeah, Kyle, it's really scary. And I'm like, you're either stupid or an asshole for not thinking Event Horizon is great.
You got some interesting friends. Dookie Fountain is here. What is up? You can't leave. She won't let you leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Event Horizon came out. I saw it I didn't even see it in the theaters. I rented it at like a Blockbuster. And man, was I in for some shit. I watched it with a good friend of mine while I was in high school. And it didn't terrify me, but it left me with a sense of dread.
Well, yeah, for sure.
And those snippets from when they watched the crew, still to this day, I think are so highly effective. They actually had like 40 minutes of that. And the director wanted to keep more of it in. And the studio was like, no, this is horrific. It was even crazier.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, this film cannot have a remaster because the original prints or whatever were lost, or the director's cut was lost. So there is no vision that can be restored. It's just what we got from this. But maybe that's a good thing because it was really, really, really messed up.
I don't agree with that. I've seen people do like 70 seconds of 4K upscaling on Voyager, and they're like, look, I did this with my home computer. This is possible for the studio to do. And yes, Hellraiser did have a spaceship. It's called Event Horizon.
They're not connected.
People can do 4K upscaling incredibly well.
Okay, so let me explain. What I meant by that remaster is not pixel-based stuff. I'm talking about the original film that they filmed those extra scenes in.
They burned up the film?
They were destroyed. They were just not taken care of.
Oh my God.
And they fell apart or got
bunch
missing.
Of fucking assholes.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So
wow.
I would put up with an AI upscale and all sort of stuff, but unfortunately, yeah, the ending I think was a little different. There were parts of it that were longer and more brutal.
Jeez.
It definitely could have been an even darker horror movie, and unfortunately they didn't take care of it. They didn't have the foresight to be like, people are going to want this in the future.
Wow. It's from the future. They should have seen that coming.
Yeah, deleted scenes I think could have done a lot better. Hellraiser 1 and 2, some of the best movies ever. Fight me.
Hellraiser 3, terrible, because there's a CD demon.
Time for your close-up, bitch. I think he says that. And I wanted to be a camera guy, so I was like, that would be me. I would be in hell.
If
like
I went to hell, that would be me.
I'd be killing innocent people like that. But Hellraiser 3 had a little something left in it. It wasn't complete trash.
What about Hellraiser 6?
No, that's good.
No?
No. I even watched the new Hellraiser, or whatever that was, like Hellraiser 2020 or something. Or whatever. It's not good.
I didn't hear about it. It doesn't sound good.
You don't need to. Toy Maker. Anyway.
2047, where in the far reaches of outer space, a crew of astronauts is trying to figure out
He's
the
not an
location of a
astronaut.
missing spaceship that has been
If you go into space, you're an astronaut.
A great example of the space horror subgenre of science fiction, Event Horizon, is a cult classic.
Could they pick a worse voiceover AI bot?
It's literally Bob's Burgers.
It's not, but it's him, but he's tired and sedated.
Yeah. The other one I've been hearing a lot is the John Goodman AI voice.
Oh, I'm not okay with that, but let's keep monetizing.
That was sadly butchered by Paramount before release. It failed to recover its budget, but soon after, it got the status it deserved when DVDs kept selling out. It doesn't matter if you like sci-fi or not, Event Horizon is a great genre film that never gets boring.
I agree. Good film.
Totally.
The ship when it disappeared.
Crazy ideas.
Opening outer door. It came back.
And the vast majority of the actors and the characters do such a great job. It does feel more lived in than other movies. Not as lived in as like Alien.
Right.
But I mean, that's a compliment still.
Strange Days.
Strange Days. Anybody remember this?
I remember it, and I think I watched it because it was like kind of cyberpunky, and I like that.
Oh, Cube is a really
vibe.
good movie. Yeah, my wife and I go back and rewatch Cube, and Cube 2 sometimes, but mostly Cube.
Cube 2, 3D quadrilateral boogaloo.
It was called Hypercube.
Cube 3, super hypercube. Cube 4, mega super hypercube. Cube 5, ultra super mega hypercube.
Take off your shoes. Time for you to step off.
Kyle.
No, I don't want to.
So, Strange Days was a very cool concept. It felt like a movie that was in between trying to be like The Matrix and, I don't know, something.
The Matrix didn't exist. Came out in 99.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so The Matrix tried to be like a Strange Days.
Yeah, exactly.
When did Johnny Mnemonic come out?
Johnny Mnemonic, I think
96?
was before this.
Okay, well, there was a weird time where like a lot of movies, futuristic based, were dark and dark technology, and that's kind of the way the film industry was working for sci-fi at that moment. And this was one of those movies. I don't know if it was. It's not the greatest, but it does have really good acting, and the concepts are really good.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be disappointed if you watch this movie.
Is the story of Lenny Farrow, a former police officer who has amassed the fame of being a black marketer capable of getting squids, devices that are able to store and reproduce memories. Call it ahead of its time, or just too fundamental in its execution of the genre, Strange Days is an interesting film that feels worth revisiting. The cyberpunk film, written by James Cameron and Jay Cox Jr. and directed by Catherine Bigelow, was a box office bomb that divided critics, 67% on Rotten Tomatoes, and audiences alike.
The dark and
He does sound tired and
everything. And gives it to you.
is that Angela Bassett?
This whole thing.
Yes.
Give us the tape right now.
Give us the tape?
You're all high up the food chain. This thing goes. Do you know what this tape could do if it got out?
Dark City.
Oh, dude, this is a good movie.
Dark City is one of a film that I've watched the least, but love a lot.
That's a good movie.
It's a very good film.
I'll tell you why Dark City didn't make any money. It's too smart for America.
What about the rest of the world?
They're stupider than us.
Whoa.
Sorry, Kodama.
The way that people measure intelligence through testing and everything begs to differ. In fact, it's the opposite.
Oh, this is not based on fact.
Oh,
what
right.
is it based on, Chris?
That's why I said
So, Dark City, great film. I'm glad they didn't do a direct sequel or something. Something like that. I went back and rewatched this about a year ago. It still holds up, still fantastic, dripping with the aesthetic and the feeling. Brilliant time, not a time capsule, but what looks like a time capsule of the 20s or something.
What
Everything done
captivates me about movies like this is that the director really knows how to make vibe. Like, when you're sitting in an empty studio and you're, like, pitching ideas back and forth, like when we did our, like, radio station 4-episode thing that we did in college,
Thank you, Jacob.
None of the discussions were on the vibe and the look. It was just like capture an image, and then edit it together. Because that's all they were teaching us, the fucking people. But the directors that could really capture vibe, I think, deserve special attention. And this movie has tons of just vibe.
It's amazing. And the story's great. Kiefer Sutherland's amazing.
Despite receiving constant praise from critics, it currently holds a 75% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Studio interference and the dumbing down of the film led to significant controversy. It failed to move the
Make him mad because his mom died.
As Titanic, and audiences preferred to watch the James Cameron epic. Regardless, it's one of the best science fiction films ever made, with iconic movie critic Roger Ebert celebrating it every chance he got.
Yeah, brilliant film.
The guy that knew everything about movies thought it was a good movie.
Getting the hang of it, John. Maybe one day it'll be working for you.
Yeah.
This is the machine the strangers use to amplify their thoughts. The machine that changes their world. You must take control of it. You must make the machine yours. I know you can beat them, John. But you must concentrate.
I want to watch that right now.
I know.
That's such a good movie.
Oh, never heard of it.
School Ties. Well, here's a downer. This movie, I did watch it as a kid. I don't know why.
Everyone in it is S.A.
No, it's more about a Brendan Fraser, who plays a Jewish person who's hiding his Jewishness, goes to I forget, Harvard or somewhere, and gets bullied and beaten for being Jewish.
Oh, I can see that.
Prestigious prep school in Massachusetts. Upon arriving at school, he realized that his classmates aren't exactly fond of his people.
Matt Damon.
Brendan Fraser in one of his first roles. School Ties.
Very heavy, very
drama based on a
emotional
script that never tries to be other than a sharp commentary about religious diversity in the upbringing of America and the establishment of its values.
Tough life.
Man.
Stop that. Anyway, let's move on.
Film about American icon Andy Kaufman.
Man on the Moon, very divisive. I haven't watched this movie in a long time.
You have to be an Andy Kaufman fan to even want to watch this movie.
But that means
because
that it's not a good movie.
Andy Kaufman was very divisive.
But that means it's not a good movie. If you can make a film,
it's not a good idea.
No, it can be. It can be a good idea and executed well. That's where the art comes in. When you can make somebody who doesn't care about the subject matter feel something for it. I didn't say care. I said feel something for it.
Yeah, maybe.
That's where this, I think, failed. Jim Carrey did an amazing job. He jumped into it. He dove. He wanted to be called Andy the entire time he was on film, set.
Right.
Everyone called him Andy. All the film, everybody. So he clearly got something out of this. I'm glad he got something out of it. But not really my cup of tea. It seemed like more of an insider story for insiders.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the joke, is that Kaufman didn't want us to get to know him. But
people used to imitate Andy Kaufman all the time, but it was his more approachable comedy that people were interested in. Like, well, he would say, people would say, "Thank you very much."
Yeah.
And that was his foreigner character that, and everyone was like, "Hey, let's make fun of foreigners." Well, that's exactly what happened. So, right. I was too little to appreciate Andy Kaufman, especially when he started doing that Elvis thing that he went all the way into. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to be smart enough to like Andy Kaufman, but I think I was just too young to appreciate it.
Was famously acclaimed because of Jim Carrey's great performance, one so crucial in his career that it sparked much controversy. Despite a strong campaign, he didn't get nominated for an Academy Award. The reception by critics was good, but at the box office it failed to make a dent that year. It's a very interesting biopic, but it does help if you are acquainted with Kaufman's extremely peculiar comedy style.
You don't know the real me.
There isn't a real you.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
All right.
Simple Plan tells the story
I don't remember
of Hank
this.
and Jacob Mitchell, who alongside their friend Lou come upon a crashed plane in the middle of nowhere. Inside the vessel, there's a stash of money that they decide will solve all their problems. Directed by Sam Raimi, A Simple Plan is one of the best noir thrillers of the 1990s.
Really? A Simple
Starring
Plan?
Bill Paxton and Billy Bob Thornton.
Love Sam Raimi, love the actors.
Surprisingly failed to move the box office beyond expectations.
The budget was low, so it was
It features one
It probably made its money back on video.
A Simple Plan.
Back to the welfare office for Jacob. The occasional odd job.
People saying it's good.
Lou gone now. Just himself and his dog all alone in that filthy apartment. How long do you give him, Hank? Stop it!
No! Wait a minute, what was that? Hold on, I know this may be a good movie, but let me just hear this again.
The apartment. How long do you give him, Hank? Stop it!
What did he say?
He said, "Stop it."
Stop it?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, come on.
Himself and his dog all alone in that filthy apartment. How long do you give him, Hank? Stop it!
Out of context, that's very funny. That's very funny.
That's the clip you chose? And that was the end of the whole video.
Game over, man.
Yeah, that's Bill Paxton to me.
Oh my god. I might check it out. That actually sounds like a great movie. I don't that's actually really funny.
That was great.
Thank you for watching. Do you agree? Do you not agree? We don't care.
Comment below if you think stuff while you're high.
Stop it!
Some people are like reaching for their TV remote. They're like, how do I comment on the TV?
Hello?
Oh, there's the talking button. Stop it!
All right. That was something. We do enjoy hanging out with you guys, whether you believe it or not. Stop it. Get some help. We will be heading over to Twitch. We are going to be catching up with some stuff. What time is it? Yeah, we have a couple hours.
Nighttime.
So we're going to dive back into... We're going to finish up the Surreal Life season that we're on. We're going to start maybe the Fame Games.
Oh, Fame Games.
The elusive Fame Games. I wanted to catch back up with Mary Brady, whatever that show is called.
The Brady Princess bitch.
And one other surprise that Kyle doesn't know about. But
you know what? I actually like surprises.
Oh, well, that ruins it. No surprises.
Like the way Chris is surprised every time he sees what I'm wearing when I come out of the house for us to go to lunch. One time I opened the door and he just goes, "Oh, so it's Halloween." And it wasn't Halloween. It was just what I was wearing.
Osbournes. That's what we're going to watch too.
Yeah, the Schnozborns.
You love it. You're the one that loves it the most now.
In order to get on Twitch, you just go on Twitch and type in "back to the sofa."
Go to Twitch,
It's not rocket surgery, all right?
Go back to the sofa, Scott.
/fuckhead.
You see, guys, I cut stuff out. I'm going to reiterate. I cut stuff out of the show when you see these videos that aren't live.
Keep it moving.
Because they offend me. I cut stuff out because it offends me. Not
they
you.
offend you? What are you?
Not. We're going to Twitch. Stop it!
Seriously though, thanks for watching, but yeah, it's the end of the show. This is the end of the show. It's over. Show's over. You've had enough of us anyway. Did you catch the part where Chris was annoyed when everything didn't go perfectly? How about when Kyle crowbarred in his shoe style? The show's over. You should be grateful it's finally over. Over and out. Yeah. It's Trover. Yeah, you should be grateful.